Welcome to Sacred Place Live. I'm Matthew, your host. We are now in the third week in Advent. Christmas is only 10 days away, and it feels like it's just rushing forward, but also time is moving slowly. Things are so different for us during this year. We have lost much, not just our way of life, but the death count in this country continues to rage. We might feel like we are in the bleak midwinter and not looking for the light that is so close at Christmas. Today we turn to the prophet Isaiah, who offers something from this, what is known as Second Isaiah, after the exile and return to the Promised Land. Hear these words now from Isaiah, chapter 61. The Lord God's Spirit is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me. He has sent me to bring good news to the poor, to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim release for captives and liberation for prisoners, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor and a day of vindication for our God, to comfort all who mourn, to provide for Zion's mourners, to give them a crown in place of ashes, oil of joy in place of mourning, a mantle of praise in place of discouragement. They will be called oaks of righteousness, planted by the Lord to glorify Himself. They will rebuild the ancient ruins. They will restore formerly deserted places. They will renew ruined cities, places deserted in generations past. Foreigners will stay and shepherd your sheep, and strangers will be your farmers and vine dressers. You will be called the priests of the Lord, ministers of our God, they will say about you. You will feed on the wealth of nations and fatten yourself on their riches. Instead of shame, their portion will be double. Instead of grace, they will rejoice over their share. They will possess a double portion in their land. Everlasting joy will be theirs. I, the Lord, love justice. I hate robbery and dishonesty. I will faithfully give them their wage, and make with them an enduring covenant. Their offspring will be known among the nations, and their descendants among the peoples. All who see them will recognize that they are a people blessed by the Lord. I surely rejoice in the Lord. My heart is joyful because of my God, because He has clothed me with clothes of victory, wrapped me in a robe of righteousness, like a bridegroom in a priestly crown, and like a bride adorned in jewelry. As the earth puts out its growth, as a garden grows its seeds, so the Lord God will grow righteousness and praise before all the nations. This text speaks often of joy, the year of the Lord's favor, this reference to the year of Jubilee that was supposed to happen every 7 times 7 years, so every 50th year after 49 years. During this time, debts are forgiven. Those who have left a land return to it. to find healing and restoration there. Those who have been wronged find forgiveness inside themselves and offer it to others. This is a communal activity, something that everyone does together. This joy, this almost unspeakable joy, it comes after a time of exile. Last week we talked about the destruction that had come to the land through the form of the plague of locusts after swarm. This talks about the cities and the land itself. During a year when we have known our own kind of exile, an exile from our way of being, our way of living. This text provides a promise of joy for God's people. It's the poor, the brokenhearted, the former captive and incarcerated, the mourners who will repair the ruined cities, the devastations of many generations. Perhaps it's those who are in the receiving end of injustice. They can imagine a different way of being. It's not just about the healing of the land, but the restoration of the community. The people have been in exile not just from their land, but from each other. Some remained behind, but others were in the diaspora, that time of captivity. So, our purpose for those who have received God's Spirit is not about an individual thing alone. It's for the sake of working together for all of God's creation, all of God's people, and all that there is. This text really is from the third Isaiah, not the second Isaiah, the chapters associated with Israel's return from the geographical exile that's described before this. So, the restoration of all that is physical, these cities, is also reflective of the restoration of a society, a place for the people to be together. And there is this theme of, this recurring theme really, of the present reality not being that which prescribes the future. The future is being shaped and formed by that which God promises, that which God proclaims through the prophets in texts like these. This new way of being will come as we know through Jesus. We anticipate it with hope, that time of peace which we are part of creating. And this vision of a new reality fills us with joy for what is possible. God's Spirit is promised. We have to do the work as those who have seen injustice, that joy might be known. It will take God, with us to bring this all about. May you reflect on this during this next song.
Oh come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, that mourns in lonely exile here, until the Son of God appear. Come thou day spring, come and cheer our spirits by thine advent here. Disperse the gloomy clouds of night, and death's dark shadows put to flight. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. So come thou wisdom from on high, and order all things far and nigh. To us the path of knowledge show, and cause us in our ways to go. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. O come, desire of nations, bind all peoples in one heart and mind. Beat envy, strife, and quarrel cease. Fill the whole world with heaven's peace. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel.
We light now the candle of hope. A hope found in resisting the ways the empire asks us to compromise the work that God is doing. We light the candle of peace. A peace found in the way God restores and heals that which has been destroyed. We light the candle of joy. Joy found in the promise of the work God is doing, and will continue to do to bring about all which God has promised. I invite you to join me here again on Thursday at 5:30 as we look more at this joy found in this season in the most difficult of years. I also invite you to join us on Sunday morning at 10:30 for a time of togetherness. Face to face, though physically distanced, we can still be God's family, sharing in life together and reflecting on this season. During this time of year, we give financially to what we normally call Christmas angels. Now, because we're not together, we can't have a tree with angels on it for you to take home. But you are still invited to give to this special collection. This year we are supporting, as we do every year, but our whole focus this year is on the Christmas Fund of the United Church of Christ. This fund supports those who are either active or retired clergy who have a need, and also those who have worked in the church as lay people. These last 9 months have seen this fund tapped in ways that it has not been. You can understand why. The needs are greater than we can imagine. So I invite you to give to the Christmas Fund through our website at yoursacredplace.org. May you have a blessed week. This is your sacred place.